Welcome back, rare coins all world, coin enthusiasts and collectors. If you think that a dime is just a small coin worth only 10 cents, think again. Today, we're diving into a coin that could be worth much, much more than that. I'm talking about the 1974 United States 1 dime. This seemingly ordinary dime, produced over 40 years ago, might just be sitting in your collection or even in your pocket change, but it could be worth a small fortune. Stick around as we explore why this 1974 dime could be the next big find for collectors. Let's set the scene. It's 1974, and the United States is going through a period of political and social change. The Watergate scandal is dominating the headlines, the country is dealing with an energy crisis, and people are gearing up for the bicentennial celebrations just a couple of years away. During this time, the U.S. Mint was busy producing coins, including the beloved dime, which has been part of American currency since 1796. The 1974 dime, like others from this era, was produced with the classic design that has become synonymous with U.S. coinage. The design on the 1974 dime features Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who was the face of the dime following his passing in 1945. On the obverse, you'll find Roosevelt's profile, facing left, with the word Liberty above his portrait, and the year of minting below. The reverse side shows a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing freedom, peace, and strength. The words E pluribus unum and 1 dime complete the design. This image has been iconic for decades, and the Roosevelt dime remains one of the most well-known coins in American currency. So, why is the 1974 dime particularly interesting? Well, like many coins, it all comes down to rarity, condition, and, of course, any potential minting errors. You see, even though millions of these dimes were produced and circulated during 1974, not all of them have the same value. As with any collectible item, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in determining its worth. Most of the 1974 dimes you'll come across have been used extensively and show signs of wear and tear from years of circulation. But for collectors, the real value is found in coins that have been carefully preserved. Uncirculated 1974 dimes, in pristine condition, are far more valuable than the ones you'll find in your everyday pocket change. These coins, untouched by heavy circulation, are a rare find. If you happen to stumble upon one that's in excellent condition, you could be looking at a dime worth far more than 10 cents. The higher the grade of the coin, meaning the less wear it has, the more valuable it becomes. A well-preserved 1974 dime could be worth a substantial amount of money, but the excitement doesn't stop there. One of the most thrilling aspects of coin collecting is the possibility of finding a coin with a minting error. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin-making process, and the result is a coin that looks different from the rest. These errors can range from minor to major, and they are highly prized by collectors because of their rarity. For the 1974 dime, there are a few types of minting errors that collectors actively search for. One common type of error is a double strike, where the coin is struck more than once, creating a blurry or doubled image. Another type of error is an off-center strike, where the design is misaligned, giving the coin an unusual appearance. There are also examples of dimes with die cracks or other strange anomalies that make them stand out from the standard issue. These errors are what make certain coins particularly valuable, and if you're lucky enough to find a 1974 dime with a minting error, it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Now, let's get to the most exciting part, the value of the 1974 1 dime. If you've got an uncirculated 1974 dime, or even better, one with a rare minting error, you might be sitting on a coin that's worth thousands of dollars. When we talk about the value of these dimes, the price can vary greatly depending on their condition, the type of minting error, and how rare the coin is. But here's the kicker, the right 1974 dime, in excellent condition or with a minting error, can fetch a staggering amount of money at auction or among collectors. Are you ready for the big reveal? A 1974 1 dime in pristine, uncirculated condition or with a rare minting error could be worth as much as $38,000. Yes, you read that right, $38,000 for a single dime. That's an incredible value for a coin that, when minted, was worth just 10 cents. It's amazing how much value a coin can accrue over the years, especially when it has been well preserved or contains unique features that set it apart from the rest. So, the next time you're going through your change, make sure to keep an eye out for that 1974 dime. Whether it's in perfect condition or has a minting error, you could be holding onto something much more valuable than you might have ever imagined. Today, we're diving into a coin that you might have overlooked in your collection or perhaps even in your pocket change, the 1977 United States 1 dime. At first glance, this might seem like just another dime, but there's more to this small coin than meets the eye. If you've ever wondered how a simple dime could be worth a fortune, stick around, because we're about to explore why the 1977 dime might just be your next big find. Let's set the stage. The year is 1977, and the United States is navigating through a period of change. President Jimmy Carter has just taken office, and the country is in the midst of economic challenges, including inflation and rising oil prices. Despite these challenges, the U.S. Mint continued to produce coins for circulation, including the 1 dime. The 1977 dime carries the classic design that has become iconic in American currency. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, graces the obverse side of the coin. Franklin D. Roosevelt was chosen to be featured on the dime after his passing in 1945, and his image has remained on the coin ever since. On the obverse, you'll find Roosevelt's profile, surrounded by the word liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust," along with the year of minting. On the reverse side of the coin, there's a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, which symbolize freedom, peace, and strength. The words E pluribus unum and 1 dime complete the design. This simple, elegant design has made the dime one of the most recognized coins in the world. But what makes the 1977 1 dime stand out? While millions of these dimes were minted and circulated in 1977, not all of them are created equal. If you're a seasoned coin collector, you know that the value of a coin is often determined by several factors, including its condition, rarity, and whether it has any unique features or minting errors. So, what does that mean for the 1977 dime? The key to the value of any coin lies in its condition. Most of the 1977 dimes you'll come across have been in circulation for decades, which means they likely show signs of wear and tear. However, it's the dimes that have been carefully preserved over the years that can fetch top dollar. A well-maintained, uncirculated 1977 dime is far more valuable than a worn one. Collectors often search for coins that have been kept in pristine condition, as these coins have not experienced the same level of damage or wear from handling. In addition to the condition, another major factor that can increase the value of a coin is the possibility of minting errors. Minting errors are mistakes that happen during the coin production process. These errors can vary, but they make the coin stand out as unique. Some common minting errors include double strikes, off-center strikes, die cracks, and misaligned dies. If you happen to find a 1977 dime with a minting error, it could be worth much more than a standard dime. For example, a double strike error, where the coin is struck more than once, can result in a blurry or doubled image of the design. An off-center strike occurs when the coin is not properly aligned, causing the design to appear misaligned on the coin. These types of errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and make the coin one of a kind. A minting error on a 1977 dime could push its value up significantly, making it a valuable piece for any collection. Now, let's talk about the real value of the 1977 1 dime. How much could this seemingly ordinary coin be worth? Well, if you happen to have a 1977 dime that is in mint condition or one that has a rare minting error, you could be holding a coin worth much more than its face value of 10 cents. In fact, a 1977 1 dime in excellent condition or with an error could be worth a staggering $35,000, that's right, $35,000 for a single dime. It's incredible to think that a coin that was minted to be worth just 10 cents could end up being worth such a large sum of money. The key here is finding a well-preserved coin or one that has a unique feature, such as a minting error. If you have a 1977 dime in your collection that fits these criteria, it could be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. So, what should you do now? The next time you're going through your change or sorting through your collection, make sure to take a close look at your 1977 dimes. Check for any signs of wear, and keep an eye out for those rare minting errors. If you find a well-preserved 1977 dime or one with an interesting error, you could be holding onto a coin worth thousands of dollars. Today, we're taking a closer look at a coin that might be hiding in your collection or even in your pocket change right now, the 1980 United States 1 dime. You might be wondering, how could a simple dime, with a face value of just 10 cents, possibly be worth anything beyond its usual worth? Well, buckle up because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, and trust me, this dime might surprise you. First, let's step back to the year 1980. The country was going through some economic turbulence, with rising inflation and the energy crisis still fresh in everyone's minds. Despite the challenges, the United States Mint continued to produce coins, and the 1980 dime was no exception. The design that we see on this coin is the familiar image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, which has graced the dime since 1946. Roosevelt's face is shown in profile on the obverse side of the coin, with the word Liberty above and the year of minting beneath. Surrounding Roosevelt's image, you'll also find the motto, "In God We Trust." On the reverse side of the 1980 dime, we see a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These symbols represent freedom, peace, and strength, values that are at the heart of American ideals. The words E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, are also engraved on the reverse side, reminding us of the unity that the United States strives to embody. This design has become iconic, and the Roosevelt dime remains one of the most recognizable coins in American currency. Now, let's focus on what makes the 1980 dime so special. While it may seem like just another dime, this coin has the potential to be much more valuable than its face value. So, what's the secret? Like all coins, the value of the 1980 dime depends heavily on its condition and any unique characteristics it may have. Most 1980 dimes you come across will have been circulated for decades, which means they may show signs of wear, such as scratches, tarnish, or other signs of age. However, a well-preserved, uncirculated 1980 dime can be worth significantly more than the standard 10-cent value. A coin's grade or condition plays a huge role in determining its value. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in everyday transactions, meaning they have little to no signs of wear or damage. These pristine coins are incredibly rare because most coins have been in circulation for years and have been handled by countless people. But if you happen to find a 1980 dime that has been carefully preserved and is in mint condition, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than its face value. It's these uncirculated coins that collectors covet, and they can fetch impressive prices at auctions or through private sales. Another aspect that can make a 1980 dime particularly valuable is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin-making process, and these errors can make a coin unique and highly sought after. For example, some 1980 dimes may have been struck more than once, resulting in a doubled image or blurred text on the coin. Others may have been off-center, giving them a distinct look that sets them apart from standard coins. There are also examples of dimes with die cracks, where the metal from the die used to strike the coin causes a visible crack in the design. These errors are fascinating to collectors because they make the coin one of a kind, and as a result, these error coins can command a much higher price. So, what's the bottom line? How much is a 1980 dime really worth? Well, the value can vary depending on several factors, including the condition of the coin, any minting errors, and the demand in the collector's market. But here's the exciting part: if you happen to have a well-preserved 1980 dime, or one with a rare minting error, it could be worth much more than you might expect. In fact, A 1981 dime in exceptional condition or with a unique error could be valued at an astounding $38,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $38,000 for a single dime. It's incredible to think that a coin that was originally minted to be worth just 10 cents could be worth so much today. The key is finding that perfect specimen, whether it's a coin that has been carefully preserved over the years or one with a fascinating minting error. If you come across a 1980 dime that fits the bill, you could be holding onto a true treasure. So, next time you're going through your collection or searching through your change, make sure to keep an eye out for the 1980 dime. Look for those uncirculated pieces and keep your fingers crossed that you might discover one with a minting error. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Today, we're focusing on something that may surprise you, a 2016 United States 1 dime. You may be thinking, how could a coin that's just a few years old possibly be worth anything more than its face value? Well, you're in for a treat because this dime holds the potential to be far more valuable than you might imagine. Let's first set the scene. The year 2016 was a year of significant political and social change in the United States, with the country gearing up for a presidential election. Meanwhile, the U.S. Mint continued to produce its regular coinage, including the 1 dime. The 2016 dime, like the dimes that came before it, features the familiar image of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. This portrait of Roosevelt has been on the dime since 1946, and it remains one of the most recognizable designs in American coinage. The obverse of the 2016 dime shows Roosevelt's profile, with the word "Liberty" inscribed above and "In God We Trust" along the left side of the coin. Beneath Roosevelt's image is the year of minting, 2016. On the reverse side of the coin, we see the classic symbols of American values: a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. The torch represents freedom, the olive branch symbolizes peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. The inscription, E pluribus unum, and the words, 1 dime, complete the reverse design. Now, you may be wondering, how does a modern coin like the 2016 dime become worth more than just 10 cents? While the design of the coin may not change from year to year, there are a few important factors that can make a coin like the 2016 dime significantly more valuable. One of the most important aspects when it comes to the value of a coin is its condition. If the 2016 dime has been in circulation and shows signs of wear, its value will naturally be closer to its face value of 10 cents. But if the coin has been kept in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth much more. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in day-to-day transactions. These coins are kept in excellent condition, with no signs of wear, scratches, or other imperfections. For collectors, finding an uncirculated coin can be a real treasure, especially when it comes to a modern coin like the 2016 dime. Since most coins end up being used and showing signs of wear, uncirculated coins are considered rarer, and their value tends to increase. Another factor that can drive up the value of the 2016 dime is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process, leading to a coin that is different from the intended design. These errors can range from small defects, such as off-center strikes, to more dramatic flaws, such as double strikes or misaligned dies. Minting errors are highly coveted by collectors because they make a coin unique. A coin that has an error can sometimes fetch much higher prices than one without, and the rarer the error, the more valuable the coin. For example, a 2016 dime with a double strike, where the coin has been struck twice by the die, might feature a blurry or duplicated design. An off-center strike, where the coin isn't properly aligned during the minting process, can result in a coin where the image is shifted or incomplete. Both of these errors are extremely rare and can dramatically increase the coin's value. If you happen to come across a 2016 dime with a minting error, it could be a jackpot. You might be thinking, but how much could a 2016 dime really be worth? Here's where things get exciting. If you happen to have a 2016 1 dime in excellent condition, preferably one that has been well preserved or one that features a rare minting error, you could be looking at a coin that's worth much more than its face value. In fact, some collectors have paid up to an incredible $30,000 for a single 2016 dime that meets these criteria. Yes, you heard that right, $30,000 for a single dime. It's amazing to think that a coin with such a low face value could end up being worth so much. The key is to find one that is in near-perfect condition, or better yet, one with a minting error that sets it apart from the rest. If you have a 2016 dime with one of these rare characteristics, it could be worth a small fortune. So, what should you do now? If you've got a collection of coins or you've been saving change over the years, it might be time to take a closer look at your 2016 dimes. Look for ones that are in excellent condition and keep an eye out for any signs of a minting error. If you come across one of these rare coins, you could be holding onto something much more valuable than you initially thought. Today, we're going to talk about a relatively recent coin that might be sitting in your change jar right now, the 2015 United States 1 dime. You might think, it's just a dime, what's so special about that? Well, you'll be amazed by how much this coin could actually be worth. Let's first take a moment to look back at 2015. The world was buzzing with major events, from global politics to advancements in technology. It was a year full of change. The U.S. Mint continued its tradition of issuing dimes, and the 2015 1 dime followed the same design that's been in place for decades, featuring Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse. The image of Roosevelt has been on the dime since 1946, and it's one of the most iconic depictions of an American president. On the front of the 2015 dime, Roosevelt's face is clearly visible, with the word "Liberty" above him, and "In God We Trust" to the left. The year of minting, 2015, is right below Roosevelt's image. But, of course, there's much more to this coin than just the basic design. The reverse side features the familiar symbols that embody American values: a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. These symbols represent freedom, peace, and strength. Along with the words "e pluribus unum," meaning out of many, one, the design beautifully reflects the core principles that have shaped the United States. Now, you may be wondering, what makes the 2015 1 dime worth talking about? After all, it's not exactly an ancient coin, nor is it a rare one like those from the 1800s. The answer lies in a few very important factors: condition, rarity, and the possibility of minting errors. Let's break this down and look at how something as simple as a dime can be worth far more than 10 cents. First, let's talk about the condition of the coin. Most dimes that have been circulated over the years will show signs of wear and tear, small scratches, discoloration, and other marks from being in pockets, vending machines, and wallets. These coins will be worth no more than their face value, or perhaps slightly more if they're in better than average condition. However, a coin that has been carefully preserved, kept in a mint state, and never used in circulation is what collectors are truly after. An uncirculated 2015 dime, one that looks as though it just left the U.S. Mint, can be worth significantly more than its face value. The key here is the preservation of the coin. If the dime has no visible signs of wear, its sharp details, brilliant luster, and flawless finish make it a gem in the eyes of collectors. Coins like this are rare, as most coins are used in everyday transactions and show signs of age. The second factor that can dramatically increase the value of a 2015 dime is the presence of minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production process at the U.S. Mint, resulting in a coin that doesn't meet the normal standard. These errors could include anything from double strikes, where the coin is stamped twice by the die, creating a blurry or doubled image, to off-center strikes where the design is misaligned on the coin. There are even instances of die cracks or coins struck on the wrong planchet, which can lead to dramatic and unique visual effects on the coin. Minting errors make coins far more valuable because they are rare, often one-of-a-kind pieces. While regular dimes are mass-produced, a minting error means the coin didn't go through the standard process, making it unique. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors who love the history behind these pieces of American currency. If you happen to come across a 2015 dime with an error, such as a double die or an off-center strike, it could be worth far more than you think. So, let's talk about how much this 2015 one dime could actually be worth. While most of the 2015 dimes that are out there may only fetch a few cents over their face value if they're in decent condition, the real money is in those uncirculated coins or error specimens. And for the lucky few who have a pristine, uncirculated 2015 dime, or even better, one with a rare minting error, the value could be absolutely staggering. In fact, a well-preserved 2015 dime or one with an incredible error could be worth an astonishing $33,000. Yes, you heard that right, $33,000 for a single dime. Isn't it amazing that a coin worth just 10 cents when it was first minted could appreciate in value to such an incredible amount? It goes to show that coin collecting is full of surprises and that the right combination of condition and rarity can turn something as simple as a dime into a true treasure. So, what should you do now? If you have any 2015 dimes in your collection, or if you happen to find one in your pocket change, take a closer look at it. Check the condition. Does it look like it was never used in circulation? Does it have any unusual features that could be signs of a minting error? If you think you might have a valuable specimen, it could be worth getting it appraised by a professional to see just how much it's worth. And that's it for today's deep dive into the 2015 one dime. Today, we're going to focus on a seemingly ordinary coin, the United States one dime from 1991. At first glance, it may look like just another dime, but you'll be shocked to learn that this coin could actually be worth far more than just its face value. Stick around to find out how much this little coin could be worth, and you might just be sitting on a goldmine without even knowing it. The 1991 one dime is part of the Roosevelt Dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946, after being introduced in honor of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find Roosevelt's well-known profile, the word Liberty inscribed above his head, and In God We Trust along the left side of the coin. The year 1991 is printed just below Roosevelt's image. The reverse side, as is traditional with the Roosevelt dime, features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength, respectively. The motto E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one, completes the design. While the 1991 Roosevelt dime might seem like just another coin in the long line of American currency, there's more to this story. The key to its potential value lies in its condition and rarity. When coins are produced, they go through a process of circulation. Many of them end up being handled countless times, tossed into change jars, thrown into vending machines, and used for everyday transactions. As a result, most coins show signs of wear and tear. This is true for most dimes, including those from 1991. However, there's a specific group of dimes that could be worth a lot more than you might expect, and they are the ones that have been preserved in mint condition. Uncirculated coins are incredibly rare and highly sought after by collectors. If you find a 1991 dime that looks like it was just minted, sharp details, bright luster, and no visible signs of wear or scratches, you could be holding onto a valuable coin. The reason why these coins are worth so much more is because they are harder to come by. Most coins that are made end up being circulated and damaged over time. But those that have been kept safe from the rigors of circulation are considered to be in pristine condition, making them a prime target for serious collectors. Now, let's talk about what can really drive the value of a 1991 dime through the roof: minting errors. If a coin has a flaw in its production process, it can result in a unique variation that can be worth a fortune. For instance, if the 1991 dime was struck with a double die, meaning that the design was stamped twice, you could see doubled images or lettering on the coin. Another common minting error is an off-center strike, where the design is misaligned, creating a coin that looks completely different from the typical dime. There are also other types of minting errors, like die cracks or misaligned dies, that can make a coin rare and highly valuable. Error coins are highly prized by collectors because they are often one-of-a-kind pieces. The rarity of a minting error means that there are far fewer of these coins in existence, making them incredibly desirable. If you happen to have a 1991 dime with one of these unique minting errors, it could be worth exponentially more than a regular, well-circulated coin. So, now you might be wondering, how much could this 1991 dime really be worth? After all, it's just a modern coin, right? Well, when it comes to rare coins, the value can increase dramatically based on a few key factors. If you have an uncirculated 1991 dime, it could already fetch hundreds of dollars depending on its condition. But if you happen to have a dime with a rare minting error, like a double strike or an off-center strike, you could be looking at a much higher price. Here's the exciting part: a well-preserved 1991 one dime or one with a rare minting error could be worth as much as $45,000. Yes, that's $45,000 for a single 1991 dime. It's incredible to think that a coin with a face value of just 10 cents could appreciate in value to such an extraordinary amount. But that's the magic of coin collecting. It's all about finding the right coins in the right condition, and sometimes, a little bit of luck is involved too. If you have a 1991 dime in your collection or happen to come across one in your spare change, it might be worth taking a closer look at its condition. If it's in near-perfect or uncirculated condition, or if it has an unusual minting error, you could have a hidden treasure on your hands. Now is the time to get out your magnifying glass and check your coins carefully. Whether you find a dime with a unique error or one in pristine condition, you could be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. And who knows, your next trip to the coin jar might just uncover a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on future coin discoveries. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!